Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the 15th time I've tried this video, so we're going to make it kind of short. I'm doing the season preview for the Los Angeles Rams. If I call them the St. Louis Rams, just deal with it. I'm going to call them it. Don't worry about it. I've been dealing with the St. Louis Rams my whole life, so if I call them it once, just relax. I'll get used to Los Angeles Rams. I'm not used to LA football yet, but let's get into it, and we're going to go to the offensive side of the Los Angeles Rams. The big story is obviously trading up and drafting Jared Goff, number 1 overall, and I think Goff was the right pick at number 1 overall. Obviously, I think most people would say that Carson Wentz does have a lot of potential, and people are really thinking he's still an unknown prospect since he is from an FCS college. But if we look at Jared Goff, he's from California. He is more pro ready, and with a team that's usually hovering around 7-9, 8-8, and with pretty mediocre quarterbacks, if Goff can go in there and just be serviceable, I think that can really be a huge boost to this team. How he can really work with Tavon Austin, Kenny Britt, that's going to be a real question there. Can Tavon Austin, kind of bring back that magic that we saw last year? That's obviously going to be huge there. And can Kenny Britt be serviceable as well? I don't think they really have a true threat. I think Tavon Austin's very speedy. I think he has a very multiple uses in this offense, but can he be a true threat? Can he be a number 1? I'm not really sure. I think I see him more as a number 2, but they're going to have to use him like a number 1 here. But you do have a number 1 running back. You have one of the top running backs in the NFL in Todd Gurley, the former rookie, last year's Rookie of the Year winner. And Todd Gurley can carry this offense when Goff does struggle and when Goff is kind of finding his way through the NFL. Todd Gurley, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be one of the best backs in the NFL, and I think that's going to be proven there. It really doesn't matter how the offensive line does. It really doesn't matter how these tight ends block. It doesn't really matter how the wide receivers can drag away attention from Gurley. Gurley can do it all by himself. Gurley is a fantastic running back. He proved that last year, and I think this offense will go as far as Todd Gurley can go, and it will only be helped by guys like Jared Goff and guys like Kenny Britt and Tavon Austin. I think Todd Gurley can truly carry this offense, and if Goff comes in and is serviceable, it's just going to put this Rams offense further. And if we go to the defensive side, the obvious story here is this defensive line, because this defensive line is fantastic. Williams Hayes, you re-signed him. Aaron Donald, one of the best interior linemen in the game, probably the best interior lineman in the game, and Michael Brockers right next to him is not bad as well. And then Robert Quinn, one of the best defensive ends in the game. This is a true, a truly great defensive line here. You also have Dominic Easley backing up Donald and Brockers, and if Easley can show that potential that he kind of showed with the New England Patriots, and then the potential that he really showed when the Patriots drafted him, I think that can really be a bolster to this great defensive line as well, and that's going to be where this kind of defense is going to be carried. It's a top of the league or near the top of the league in forced fumbles, sacks, and I think you were in the middle of the pack of interceptions. I think turnovers are obviously going to be huge for this Rams defense, and if they can cause more turnovers and get the ball going to the offensive side, get them more chances, I think that's going to be a true story of this defense and how well the Rams can truly do. And then if we go to the linebacking core, we have Akeem Ayers, who I love just because he did great when he was in New England, and I think he did pretty well in the first year. Alec Ogletree, he's not anyone flashy, but he is a serviceable middle linebacker. And then Mark Barron, I really like Mark Barron. I like the move that they made, putting him from safety to an outside linebacker and kind of making him a revolving linebacker where he can stay up, but he can also drop back in coverage. I do like that move, and I think Mark Barron can actually flourish in that spot. But the questions on defense really do come from the secondary. You had one of the worst passing defenses in the league, and there is no true shutdown corner on this team. There is no true star safety on this team. That's where the problems are going to come from on this Rams defense, is the passing game. So if they can kind of address those situations, or put more pressure on the quarterback and make him make mistakes, again, turning the ball over, I think turnovers are going to be big for this defense. I think that's where this defense is going to flourish. I think there's a lot of question marks on this Rams team. I'm not saying they cannot win the NFC West. I think that it is definitely a possibility, or definitely sneaking in as a wild card. But it's really, I think they're either going to go 8-8 or 7-9 or 9-7 like they're accustomed to doing, or they're either going to be completely falling off if Gurley does get hurt, or Goff cannot show development at all, or this offensive line cannot block for Goff or Gurley at all. And I think if this defense cannot create turnovers and they go up against teams like Carson Palmer and just get eaten up by the pass, I think that's obviously going to be a huge downfall for them. I think there's a lot of question marks for LA. I don't think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I don't think they're going to be the best team in the NFL, but it's really how much can Jeff Fisher carry this team. And maybe after this season, if you do see some promise, but they couldn't get that one push, I think this might be the year that Jeff Fisher does get fired, because he's proven to be a coach that really cannot get over that hump and bring his team to the top. I know he had basically one one year in Tennessee where he did get close, and obviously you saw the there was the outstretched arm at the 1 yard line where they did not win it. But I think the Rams do have pieces in place, but I don't know if Jeff Fisher is the right man to command this team to the next level. Welcome to the end of the video. If you like this, please subscribe down below and like this video. And I'm too tired to do all this, so here is all the information for our social medias. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow Most Valuable Pod on Twitter. You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, all of that. And if you are so inclined to check out patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast, if you do want to give us that extra support, that would be very appreciated from all of us here at MVP. It would just help us put out more great content for you guys. If you are interested, go check that out, please. But if you don't want to, you're still getting all the regular stuff for free. And we're always going to be here. We're always going to be helping, and we're always going to be loving you guys' support. And I don't know if any of that made sense, but I'm really tired. I'm going to go. Bye.